think, are we live? No, it's still doing its thing. Can you? Oh, okay. We're live. Okay. I'm going live on my Insta. If it will let me. Oh, yeah, it's letting me. Okay. Okay. All right. Peace, peace, family. We are back for another session of the Isha Womb Council. And this is our second introduction. And I have my beautiful sis, Aaliyah, here. And I'm so excited for you guys to get to know her because she is beautiful. She is brilliant. She is brown. Mm-hmm. It's giving it's the glow for me. And she has some amazing, amazing ventures that we'll get into tonight. So without further ado, Aaliyah, say hi.
Hi, everybody. How y'all doing?
We're gonna be doing like a kind of interview each other type thing, and we're like friends in real life, so don't mind if you see any laughing, especially from Aaliyah because she likes to laugh at me. She thinks I'm funny. Oh, so we gonna be serious too. I'm gonna be serious. Seriousness. And and let's get into it. So my first question for Aaliyah is tell us a little bit about you and maybe how you would introduce yourself to a woman that you're looking to be friends with.
Okay, so about me, my name is Aaliyah Diani. I am a Kansas City, Missouri native, but I have lived everywhere except the Northeast. That is not for me. Shout out to those who can take that. That's not me. And I am a person who just loves to learn. I'm always reading, always learning, always watching some type of lecture, something. I'm reading 2 books right now at the same time. Some of my good books. Just doing a lot of research right now. That is the season that I'm in, just because I have some great things upcoming. Also about me, I am a family-centered person. I am one of 8. I am third of 8 between my parents, third of 4 just between my mom. And I have 7 biological nieces and nephews, but I have a host of nieces and nephews. I adopt everybody. I love children. I love family. I love community. Those are some of like my favorite things. In addition to being in nature, always outside, always feeding the grass, always by a tree. That is me. What else? I will also say for a woman who is coming to meet me or me introducing myself, normally I just kind of give off a aura and people always come to me first. Or if I smile or something, they're like, oh, hi, how are you? But generally, I try just to be a listening ear, try to create a space where people are comfortable to talk. And I just want people to be their authentic selves. Like I really resonate in spaces where, yes, we are all similar, but I like to highlight our uniqueness because what makes you you is what makes you you. And I want to know that person. I want to get to understand that. I feel like a lot of us want to be understood or feel like we are misunderstood. So I always try to create a space where people feel like they are understood, if not by nobody else, at least by me. So that's what I would say.
I have to completely agree with your introduction, especially the last part. We were literally just talking about this. So I would give y'all a little background story into how Aaliyah decided and me simultaneously that we wanted to be friends, right? So I think the first time that we talked, it was in a DOS meeting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So afterwards, we're building, and then we're like, all right, we're going to exchange numbers and we're going to talk. So I'm like, I give her my number, and Aaliyah's like, I'm going to call you. And I'm like, okay. So, I'm going back to my business. I'm a little airheaded. And she calls me, and I'm like, so I'm on the phone with her, and we were building for like hours. And one of the things that she kept saying to me was, "If you don't be yourself, be all of you." And I was like, "Well, I'm intense, and I just wanna ease you into it. I don't want to scare you away." She was like, "If you don't just be yourself," and then when we met in person, which was a little bit before the birth conference, like we saw each other, and like it's literally I saw her eyes and her smile, and I was like, "Oh, this is homie." I will hug her. And so I would completely agree with how you described yourself, and I love how your description of yourself and my experience of you thus far is like in sync.
Yeah, because I don't know. It's just one of those things for me, especially I grew up with sisters primarily. I grew up around women primarily. And I know how we can be. And so for me, I'm just like, just be yourself. Like I am I'm a fun person, but I'm also straightforward. And I don't like a lot of small talk. So I'm just like, come on, girl, get to the point. Like,
And literally, we had the deepest conversations. Like, if you want to have a deep conversation, reach out to her, okay? Because she will ask you questions. She will ask you questions that, or if you like me and you complicated, you're gonna have fun with it. Cause like if she's asking me questions that I'm like, oh wow, I never thought about that. Cause I don't even think about what people think about, and I'm like, well, let me try.
like, it's just a hypothetical. It's not even real. Like, work with me.
But I'm getting better though. I'm getting better.
Definitely.
Okay, so my next question would be, tell us about your business. I do have some of the flyers, so whenever you're ready for me to put them up, let me know. But tell us all about everything that you do as a Five of Diamonds, okay? If y'all are aware of cosmology, okay, this woman is so gifted and her ideas are eclectic. It creates worlds of worlds. And every idea that she has ever given me, I have made profit off of it. So that's why I'm saying that. Yes, I am dramatic, but also I mean what I say. Okay, her visionary mind and her creativity and the way that she ties things together very synchronistically is very beautiful to watch. So without further ado, please tell us more.
Thank you so much. One thing that I did not say in my introduction, which I should have, is that I enjoy storytelling. Right. As a Five of Diamonds, I've always done a lot of stuff. Like I was just never going to school. I went to school, I danced, I cheered, I was doing this, I was going to school on Saturdays, I was summer camps, out of town. Like I always did a lot of things. And so to people on the outside, it may seem like, girl, you all over the place. But to me, if I'm not all over the place, it's something wrong. Like something is not right with me. If I am sitting down, just like not doing nothing, something like please check on me, please call me, please text me, something. And so with that being said, I do a lot of things. Like I am a birth educator, a birth worker, I'm a genealogist, I'm a realtor as well. I'm a hula hoop specialist. Like I sell weighted hula hoops. Did I forget something? I'm a college educator. That's what I'm formally trained. And I got my bachelor's degree in sociology and anthropology. So a lot of my research focused on family dynamics, mother-daughter relationships, things like that. Went off to get my master's in higher education, where I done took care of so many people's children. Like if you drop your child off at college in the dorms, I was the person managing, making sure that the dorm didn't burn down, that they had some food, that they had something to do. Like I was that person, and I did that for over 7 years. So I know a lot of people. I know how to manage a lot of energies and all of that. So going back to my businesses, I'm saying all of that to say that your girl is a polymath. So I have branded myself as the polymath queen because I love a lot of things. Like there are some things I haven't even discussed. Like I said, I love storytelling. So I like to express myself in documentaries, and I have a few that are out. I did one about my 25th birthday, and you hear my family talking about their experience of me. I went back to my hometown and showed people where I grew up and the schools I went to. I am a person that really values counter narratives. Like we are all not the same, but I want to highlight your differences. Like again, what makes you unique? And so again, the Polymath Queen is my brand that I'm developing. That's what I want to be known by, instead of all the separate things that I do. Not just, oh, she's a doula. Oh, she does genealogy. No, I do everything. I'm the master of them all, or not all, but the things that I'm interested in, I want to make sure that I master that. And so also with that, I talked about my genealogy business, Infinity Genealogy. That has been a passion of mine since I was 8 years old. And through this, I also am developing a school community called the Infinity Education Hub, which will be open very, very soon. So stay on the lookout for that. And this is a place where we're going to learn, we're going to heal, we're going to build, and we're going to grow. This is a place for people who also have multiple passions like myself. Like Don't ever put me in a box. Don't ever think I'm just gonna stay in one lane, because you just would be disappointed, because I'm not gonna stay there. I'm not gonna do what people expect me or think I should do. I'm gonna do what feels right to me in my own timing. That's where that second polarity that I am will come out. Because it has to it has to come out how I envision it, and because I trust myself. And I think that's the part that people don't always consider. They think if you don't take their advice that you're being mean or you're being stubborn and all those things. And it's like, no, I trust my vision. I know all of the factors in my life. You only see one side of it. I know all the stuff that I have to do. I know I just know the full totality of everything. And so it's so easy to judge when you're on the outside looking in, but when you're in it, you want to present it in a way that makes sense to you in your situation. And so that's what it is. But again, all around educator, entrepreneur, speaker, female reproductive health educator, specialist, all those great things.
And as a good friend I am, I'm just gonna ask some things, because she is the ultimate TT, okay? Because like when I tell you she hold your children down, like when she loves them, she loves them. And also I think it's so important in sisterhood to have that type of connection, because we talk a lot about how many single mothers there are, but we don't talk a lot about the solutions for that. We don't talk about things that we can develop in the now by just simply reconnecting with each other and reconnecting with cultural practices that we have had, which is that there is a sisterhood that is communing with you, that is supporting you, that is helping to guide you, that is being the second eyes. There's many things that Aaliyah has brought to my attention that has allowed me to shift how I'm even responding to my children. And those are beautiful gems. And I feel like a lot of people can sometimes get like a little bit defensive if you're getting advice from someone that maybe doesn't have children yet, but they have been children before, and every woman, when they are operating in their natural environment, excuse my background, I'm in New York now, so it's ghetto, but it's okay. There are so many gems in getting that advice from someone who sees from a different lens, or may see from a less in the space, in the stress, frustrated, exhausted space, right? And so she's rejuvenated my outlook on parenting, and her insights have been helpful. I wish for every woman to have a friend like that loves your children like you do, and that offers advice and that's not afraid to be honest with you. Directness and communication is so important, because we have a world full of lies and fantasy, and people are trying to push their narrative of what they want you to view them as. And so where we have sisterhood, you get to actually unveil the mask and get vulnerable and also meet yourself there as well. So I'm grateful for that. And as far as a polymath, like, I'm so excited that she's creating this school, because she's like one of the best teachers that I know. And I don't know if it's because of the King of Clubs interview that she be suppressing for you, but let me tell you, okay?
I do suppress it. I do. I do. Simply because, again, I know how I can go. Like, when you know yourself, it's only so much people can take at a time. And I'm a true educator as far as I like to sequence information. Mm-hmm. Like, if I just call out to you right now, what are you going to come back for? So I like to give a little so you can come back. Like,
I learned that from you too, because you know how I look, okay? If we could have a conversation, if you ask me a question, my brain says, you want to know everything that I have been thinking about this topic. And that's not right. That's not necessarily always the truth. And my good sis has assisted me in I want to say elevating my way of communication, because it's beautiful to be a student of life, and it's even more beautiful to be able to communicate that clearly. And so, yes, I definitely love your teaching style, and I can't wait for everyone to see that King of Clubs energy, because she be speaking the truth. And I just feel like sometimes our edges need to be snatched. And she's the perfect person for that, I feel like.
And I want to go back to something you said earlier about, being a woman who is single without children. I see a lot of discourse online about that topic. And again, I feel like I bring a unique experience, because although I don't have children of my own, I desire that. It's not like, oh, I'm going to be auntie forever. No. Well, I'm still going to be an auntie, but I'm going to be a mom too, just not in right now, right? But also it depends on how you grew up. And I grew up with children around. Like my oldest niece was born when I was 12. So from my teenage years, I helped raise all of my nieces and nephews pretty much. And again, being around other people's children. So I do feel like, although I don't know the day to day aspects of it, I know what it means to care for people. I know what I needed when I was a child. I know that children are sacred. I know that they need to stay as innocent as possible and let them be, and you just guide them, right? Like a child's first 7 years are the most developmental. And if you're doing crazy stuff, I'm gonna say something because why are you doing that? Like, I don't care who it is. It could be a black, Asian. I don't care. The baby, leave the babies. Let them be. Let them be. Like that is such important to me. And again, one day I'm gonna be somebody mama, but until then, I'm gonna be the best auntie, the best mentor, the best community member. Because even though sometimes y'all be mad at us for not having children, when you need a babysitter, you call us. So we are good for something. And I just want to remind everybody that everybody has a place in our community. Everybody has a place.
And I want to piggyback on what you said, because actually in the way the economy is and the way the society is, and the way that we need to actually restructure how we go about conception and having babies, and reordering our life so that we are married and then having babies, and not just like having babies and not having that security and the family oriented, you are exactly where you're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I've loved those conversations that we've had, and you're knowing of that, because there's so many women out here that think it's too late, or that they're running, and it's like, no, you're in order. Like a lot of us who have had children maybe out of wedlock, we have to now go back and restructure, you know what I'm saying? And that is a rewiring that has to happen for our children too. And so those are things that are not talked about. Like we love to talk about fertility. We love to talk about having babies. No one asks you if you done found a husband. No one that asks you if you have a structure where you have food set aside for 6 months in case of an emergency, or you have 6 months worth of savings, or 9 months to a year worth of savings, because you're about to be not working for 9 months, or not, doing things for 9 months. We don't talk about the community that is needed, because like sis said, she can watch the baby, okay? And she don't have to worry about being stressed or having her babies to pick it. Like, motherhood is a journey, and every person in the village is very important to the success of mom and dad.
Right.
So
yes, I'm sorry. I know we just talk. I know you have questions, but I am grateful for the position that I'm in, because at first I was like, oh, I'm this age and I don't have kids yet. Like I started to feel the pressure from like family members, and like my parents are getting older, and I'm like, they need to see their grandchild, or their grandchildren, all that. But I'm so happy I didn't rush it, because I can design like the perfect baby basically. And I'm like, I'm so grateful that I didn't rush this part of my life, and that I'm still fulfilled in life. And then I know once the marriage comes first and then the children, I know that this is only going to elevate my life. Like it's already great, but now that I always tell people, like, I have 3 things left on my bucket list. I've done everything else I ever wanted to do, ever. I only got 3 things, and 2 of them is being a wife and a mom. So I'm like, that's coming. And I think being raised by being around a lot of women who were teenage moms also kind of was in my mind, like, okay, I saw what they went through. I wanted to make sure I didn't go through those things. And now I have the information. So just being in ARNA and just getting all the education, I was like, I was in alignment the whole time. Like I knew exactly what I needed, and I just stayed my course. Did I make mistakes? 100%. Am I perfect? Not even close. But I know that I have never, I have always made sure that I stay the course, especially with this. So I'm definitely grateful for where I am.
I'm grateful to have a friend that is a woman in purpose at all times. And so back to my question. Okay. My third question for you would be, what is something that many may not know about you that you would like them to know?
That's a good question. I kind of feel like an open book though. So I don't know.
Let me all know what you would like them to know, because I think that this goes kind of into like how, I know that you probably get a lot of audits on like how people receive you.
Mhm.
Like what's something that um that is passionate for you, of you, to share, that maybe is not like a, no, nothing.
No, no, keep talking. I'm thinking.
And
Um,
like maybe some, like maybe, okay, so let me see. I think mine, cause I feel like I'm an open book too, but something that I will say is that I think that oftentimes for me, I don't necessarily express how sensitive I am. So, and you know I'm a crier. I'll also ask you to FaceTime me if you're crying too, cause I want to be a part of it. But hi pops. But I'm a crier. So like, but I'm also like very sensitive. Forget crying, and I think that that kind of gets lost in translation, because I get a lot of, oh, you're very headstrong, oh, you're very purpose driven, oh, you're very go getter, oh, you're very passionate, oh, da, da, da. And it's like, yeah, I'll be crying. So like maybe something like that. What's something that you feel like may get lost in translation?
oh, okay. I'm very similar in that way. I think because I have accomplished, I don't like to talk about my accolades. I really don't, because I feel like people treat you different when they know or they think they know about you in that way. So when you say like I don't share a lot of my King of Clubs, I know it's because of that. Because I'm like, I really could eat y'all up right now, but I'm choosing not to. Like, I could run this whole thing right now, but that's not. I'm not a. That's not me. Like, I don't care about what you've done, who you are, because to me, that's not who your character is. What you do is not who you are. It's just a part of something. So, and people would treat me different. Like, oh, you went to Spelman. Oh my God! But before you knew that, you were mean to me, and then you learned that I went to Spelman. And now it's like, oh hi, and I'm like, get on my face. Like, no, move. Like, so that part. So what I wanted to say is the sensitive part, and the fact that when people see you as successful, they tend to always think, or they tend to put you on a pedestal, and they tend to never celebrate your accomplishments, because it's like, oh, you already have other accomplishments. So what makes this one different? And it's like, no, each accomplishment deserves its own recognition. I also feel that people are not always truly themselves around me. Like, I think I get the performative versions of people because of the accolades. Um, and that's why I'm so adamant about being yourself, because I know how people can come to me and I'm like, I don't care. Like, come to me as yourself. Like, I don't want a mask, because I'm not going to give you a mask. Like, yes, I'm educated, but I also cuss a lot. I also love music. I got to play my Nas. Like, it's certain stuff. Like, I'm a hip hop girly. Like, I'm a specific 90s, early 2000s hip hop and R&B girl. Um, I grew up listening to all. I know artists that most people my age probably wouldn't even know. Like, do y'all know OC? Do y'all know Royal Flush? Do y'all know these artists? Like, and so I think another thing that people don't know about me is that I'm a music head through and through, through and through. So yeah, I probably could think of some more, but those are the first couple of things that came to mind.
I love those because first of all, we both some sensitive. But then second, I love what you said about the accolades thing, because I feel like that's kind of what we're experiencing now in society, where like people are looking to see what bracket they can put you in before they decide to respect you for
Mhm.
for existing, right? Or even like understanding that the person that then went to school and got all these accolades doesn't necessarily mean that they're passionate about what they do. Granted, you don't fit in that category, but there are so many people who have gone to school and currently are not using what they have learned in their everyday career or whatever their purpose has been designed to be. And so, with, like, that's a lot of time lost to be validated, and is that fulfilling? And so, I love what you said with that. That was deep.
Yeah, girl, I'm telling you, people. I can share numerous stories of how lets people know like who I am. Because generally, like if you see me, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna just observe the scene. Like I'm not gonna try to be the center of attention. Mm-mm. But then when I get comfortable, it's up. Like I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be singing. I do have like I can't have that life of the party energy, but I just got to be in the right party with the right people.
And she will stay up if it's worth it, just so y'all know, you know.
For sure. Oh, I did think of something else. Another thing I think a lot of people don't know about me is that I am a bridger. Like I bring people together. Like there are family members who have not even met each other, and I bring them together for an event for me. An example is my dad's first cousin. They always talked on the phone, but they never met in person until it was my graduation. I made sure like you have to come. Like let's all get together. Or friends from high school. Like I still have pretty much my friends from high school, and they haven't seen each other all year until I come in town. And I'm like, y'all live in the same city. What's going on? Like I try to bring as many people together as possible, simply because I'm like, it's just a reminder that we are a family or we care about each other. Let's have each other's back.
It also shows why you are the polymath queen, because in order to be that, that is a huge skill set that you would need to develop naturally. And you do have that naturally. Like I think that's also why your ideas are so beautiful, because you're able to see like, oh, this would go good with this. And then if this person comes with this thing, then I can do this. And it all just connects into a beautiful little flower of life. Okay. My last question is a 2-part question. Feel free to answer it in whatever order you like. Do you have any current events or services or products that you would like to share? And then what does sisterhood mean to you?
Okay, yeah, I'm a note taker, so I had to make sure because I like to answer our parts of the question. I don't have any upcoming events, but as far as services, I'm always doing genealogy. You can find me at infinitygenealogy.com. I'm on all social media platforms. I just do, building your family tree, making sure that you at least know where you come from minimally. Within my reports, I try to be as thorough as possible. Like some people have gotten reports from me and they are 100+ pages because of how much information I find. And so I'm always doing genealogy in some capacity. I will start doing some lives soon, just answering questions, because I do feel like a lot of people have just like basic questions. I also have services where if you hit a roadblock, we can talk about that. If you want just continuing support, like every month, every couple months, that's also a service that I provide. So again, just go to Infinity Genealogy. You can see everything that I offer. And then as far as what does sisterhood mean to me, sisterhood is everything. And I say that simply because I have 6 sisters, y'all, like biological sisters. I have 7 close friends. I know most people are like, second polarity people don't have friends. That is y'all. That is not me. I have friends. Like I have friends. Again, 10+ year friends. I love learning from I love learning from people. So I think with me, sisterhood is about learning from each other, being accountable, and just creating a safe space to where you're not dealing with things alone. Like every time I talk to whether a biological sister or a friend or whatever, we'll be going through the same things at the same time. And I'm like, oh, like it's just a sigh of relief. Like, okay, I'm not going through this by myself. Like you understand me. Like, again, I talked about understanding in the beginning of this conversation. And that's what's going to be like the thread throughout a lot of the stuff that I do is we want to be understood. And so just having somebody who knows you on so many different levels, who's also going through something, and now we are each other's, we supporting each other, we holding each other up because we are like, okay, you going through it, I'm going through it, we got each other. So to me, that's what sisterhood looks like. I said accountability. Also, sisterhood looks like understanding that there's going to be seasons. Like sisterhood is like any other relationship, just like a intimate relationship, a parentship, every relationship type has a season. And I wish we would understand that more as women. Like, we don't have to call each other every day, but that doesn't mean I don't love you. You know, that doesn't mean I don't care about you. I may check in from time to time, but before, when I was calling you every day, I can't call you every day in this season. And just understanding what each other are and respecting that, I think, is what true sisterhood looks like. It's not always um, just only being present when it looks nice, or when it feels good. It means being present for every season.
I love that because yes, and it makes it real. It makes it less about aesthetics, trauma bonding, all the temporary things that really you should be growing through, and it makes you get into a space of learning how to reconnect with people. And
Mm-hmm.
what better person to learn to reconnect with than the woman that has the same insides as you, that experiences the same menses, that experiences the same um, lifestyle initiations, and they may express or look differently. But one thing that I have definitely noticed is me and all of my close friends experience the same things around the same time. And so there's an infinite cycle of connection with our wombs. And sisterhood is so important to delve into because otherwise, how do you even know yourself?
I couldn't. I know I couldn't navigate life without it. Like, it's just impossible for me. Like, I can't even get the words out because it's such an integral part of my life that I just can't imagine it without it. To me, it's kind of like, I was talking to my dad about this. It's a little bit off topic, but I'm gonna bring it back. Like, my dad was born in 1966, and so he talked about how he, watched hip hop grow, whereas I'm born in 1995 and hip hop already existed. So I can't imagine my life without hip hop. Whereas he was in a generation where it grew, he watched it develop, and so that's how I feel about sisterhood. It is a part of it. When I was here, I was born into it. It's always been a part of my life. Like, I have two older sisters. And then I went to an all women's college, so like, it just, the sisterhood has always been present. It's just around me all the time. So yeah, I definitely. It's just me.
Give me one moment, okay, sis?
Okay, no worries. What's up, y'all? What's going on? Let me see. Is there anything else that I wanted to say that I forgot to say? Let me look at my handy dandy notebook. Okay, another thing people don't know about me, which probably shouldn't be a surprise, but I am an avid note taker. I am an avid note taker. If you ever said anything at any conference or at any summit, I have notes on it. Like, I can guarantee you, if we, yep, I got notes from the birth conference right here, 6/14/2025. Like, I got notes everywhere because I am a firm believer that when you write it down, you tend to remember it better, and I tend to have a pretty good memory, um, and other things.
Thank you so much, sis. So, your niece fell off the bed, so I had to just adjust her.
She okay?
She is okay. It wasn't a long fall, but you know how she be sleeping. So, um, I think that the world of effects caught up to her. Okay, anyways.
So, okay, so what does sisterhood mean to you?
Oh, yay. Okay. I loved everything that you said about sisterhood. I love sisterhood. To me, it is what allows a woman to literally initiate into womanhood. I don't feel like I would have learned any of the things that I know now without literally older women coming and taking me under their wing and teaching me cultures and things that are not taught now. And so I know that it's very interesting when you are born, you kind of get everything you need. And sisterhood was that for me because it was like, okay, maybe at certain times I didn't have the best relationship with my mom, or maybe I didn't have that presence. A lot of the things that I was initiated into, like when I had my menses, I was with my aunt, right? So I was always given exactly what I needed at every time in my life, and it was always a woman. And those those markers really helped me to heal and to also be okay with being a woman. I don't think that there is anything that could ever exist that would make me step away from femininity. There is nothing that could exist that could make my heart so bitter that um, I wouldn't consider sisterhood. So I always come back to it. And so sisterhood for me, my thing is just going off. So sisterhood for me is that even me looking at my daughter, Luna, and how she attracts so many women to her. She has so many aunties and women that love her and that assist her, you know, in her development. It's kind of like a gift from the world. I've experienced the most awareness of the menses with sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have been able to come to certain awarenesses about our body without connecting with women and being intricate with them. I really feel like it's a mirror and it's a divine mirror, and we get to literally heal with each other. And so it is the glue that helps us not become extinct. Like, that's what sisterhood is to me. Sisterhood is what allows us to continue evolving as people and shift ourselves out of the space we see ourselves now, where it is just this impulsive way of operating, shifting into connectivity. So that's what sisterhood is to me.
Oh, you hit on the head. And I think sisterhood is even more important now with women who are in the, in corporate. You have to be so masculine in these spaces, especially at work, that you just need a soft place to land. And I think that when you have a strong sisterhood, a genuine sisterhood, that's the best. Like, it's certain stuff you can't talk to other people about. You can talk to your sisters about it. Like, it's a safe space.
And I'm a person that's actually like, I feel like I'm more introverted than extroverted. Like, if I trust, okay, maybe not. I feel like if I trust you, then you gonna get characters, okay, multiple. but but also if I'm adjusting or processing to you and we're not maybe having a conversation about like birth or the womb or healing, and like, I'm not a person to just be like, hey, I'm Nia, and look at me, and what's your name? Like, no, I'm like, I'm gonna watch you, and I'm just going to be quiet and observe, because once I come into a room anyways, I'm already feeling everybody's energies. And so I'm not a person that's gonna be like, here's my life story, but I'm also an open book. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know.
But that's why I feel like we are very similar. We just express it differently because a lot of the things that you're saying is also how I feel. Like, I'm an open book, but you got to ask the questions. Like, I'm not just going to be like, da, 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 unless I'm doing it for a purpose. Like this, I'm open because this is a conversation you want to know about me, right? Or if I'm doing a documentaries because that's the point, right? But otherwise, I'm here. I'm always here. If you need me, you know where to find me.
And you know what's interesting about that? That has been, I was recognizing this week that has been my challenge of bridging the virtual conglomerate with like how I am. Because like in person, we get to talking, like we vibing, right? It's great. But like, what I've been asking myself is, how do I give that same experience virtually? Because I'm not one to even want to like be just showing my face on camera for the fuck of it, right? I'm not a person that needs that type of attention. That's actually very overstimulating for me. So that's been something that I've been looking into. And that's why I love this space, because like, this is my comfort zone. Like, we can have a real conversation and everybody can watch it. Like, I'm cool with that. I don't know any other way to express who I be outside of just being.
Yeah. And I'm normally nervous, but I'm like, I'm not nervous.
I knew you was gonna be nervous here, okay? And then I think it makes it better that StreamYard, like, imagine if you could see everyone looking at you. That would make me feel like I wouldn't like that.
But that's how I feel when I'll be speaking in public. But then it's like, it is what it is. Like, one thing about me is that perfectionism stuff got to die.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, in my head, it looked like this. And then hey, it is what it is. Like, I am so out of that season of my life of trying to make it look like something that is not. I'm just going to give it to you how it is. Like, if I'm nervous, I'm nervous, but we're going to get through it.
Yeah. I
Because
love
eventually
that.
it's going to go through. The more you press on, the less the nerves, the nerves are going to fall off. So
Yeah, and I noticed too, like when you know what you're talking about, it doesn't even matter if you're nervous because, like, nervous or not, the information is there. Like the application is there, so you don't have to worry about, oh, how am I doing this right? Like, no, it's just more so about like however you want to present it.
right. So, let me. What is anything you would like for them to know about you? This is supposed to be
I,
in.
I have to say that I love your interview switch voice. It's giving.
I was like, yeah, we're supposed to be interviewing each other. So I'm reading my little card.
Okay, I love the cards. I love the cards. All right, go ahead. I'll be serious. I'm listening. What's the question?
Is there anything else that you have coming up? Any events? Any any services or anything like that? What do you have?
Yeah, I have a couple of things coming up. I am going to show you guys a visual for one. For the other ones, you guys can feel free to go to my socials and you'll see the info for that. This Saturday, I am doing the first virtual Kundalini breathwork session. I'm going to be doing this monthly. For the people that are in the Patreon space of Ishel Speaks, you actually, if you're in the womb tier space or the womb healing tier, then this is a free offering for you to come to. If you would like to have it, right, like have that accessible, feel free to join the Ishel Speaks Patreon space. But I'm really excited for this because it actually goes in conjunction with a book that I'm writing called Release Through Anatomy. I'm really, really excited about it. I'm working with Brother Elias on the anatomy visual. So if y'all been seeing the visuals that he has been posting on the socials, look forward to that being in a book, okay? And that brother is very talented. Thank you so much for your help. And Release Through Anatomy is going to be my exploration and perspective of what I have seen and experienced as far as when tension is in the body and where it is and what it means. Because a lot of specific tension points will tell you about mother wounds, father wounds. It will tell you about if you operate from a space of fear, anxiety, if you're breathing properly. So we're going to walk through a lot of different things when it comes to releasing energy in the body. And I think this is important because we talk a lot about regulation of emotions. And we don't often talk about the practices that's going to help to continue this and to make it something that we can practice instead of it just being like, oh, kumbaya, when I say namaste, I am peaceful. Like, that's not how, that's not how it works, right? And so understanding that, I want to make a book about it. And this offering is the intro to me talking to you guys about that. As we're doing some of the breath work, I'll be asking you guys questions about sensations you feel in your body, and we'll go through that awareness. So I'm really excited about that. And then May 30th, if you are in New York, I am pulling up to my old church in New York City. The flyer was just posted on my Facebook and Instagram today. And I'm going to be talking about bioscans and why this non-invasive procedure is so important to begin to teach the community about, because we need to be more health conscious, and we also need to understand that we have options when it comes to how we allow others to probe and experiment on our bodies. So I'm very excited about that. Those are the two events that I have coming up. I think that's all. I think so. I think so.
What about those products that you released earlier this month or at the end?
Oh, okay. So I have a couple of products that I released. Thank you. If anyone would know, it would be my 5 of diamonds, my areas. Okay. Cause y'all, I don't be trying, like I do. Okay. Anyways, I have an eczema line, right? It is a lotion and oil combination. The reason why I created it is because I realized with my daughter that not all psoriasis or eczema or skin conditions or inflammation or flare-ups that you may experience in the integumentary system are related to diet or, like actually there's one that's related directly to your nervous system. And there are some people that will experience sensations in their body if they're irritated, if they are overly anxious, if they're overstimulated, if they are experiencing extreme rage. So that fluctuation of emotions can actually create a trigger on the body. And what I was experiencing with Luna is that like she would be itchy and I would go to touch her back. There's no bumps. And you remember that. You remember that. And so my daughter, Manella's name is Luna. She is a fairy mermaid. And she's also very bossy. She's also very bossy. So that's my slave master. And when she's irritated, I'm just playing. I'm sorry. Let me not be. When I'm seeing these sensations, right? There was one day, I think I might have been on the phone with you, Aaliyah, when this happened, but there was one day where she got like really irritated in the bath. And you know, like your mother, you may be tired or exhausted. Your first reaction is, why are you acting like that, right? But like something in my spirit that day was like, I breathed and I was like, are you uncomfortable? And she was like, yes. And so we started doing breath work, but also I created those two products because it has bee pollen and pine pollen in it, along with some other ingredients. Bee pollen, pine pollen is that combination for women, for your nervous system, for detoxing, for collagen assistance, for like nervous system reboot. So that's why I created that. That's the eczema line. And then I have a couple other things, but I feel like I was just now long-winded. So if you guys would kindly go to, no, I wasn't. Okay.
You said this was a dual interview, right?
Oh, my bad. Okay, my bad. Okay, so I won't be long. Okay, so that was long-winded. Okay. The next thing I have is this is why you need sisterhood. Okay, but anyways, the next thing I had was it's a body scrub. I make a lot of Bliss Tech, I call it, and Bliss Tech is anything infused with Blue Lotus, marijuana, CBD, cacao, right? And so I blend these infusions, and they create some beautiful, just serene feelings in the body. And so it's a nervous system reboot. It is for calming yourself. It's the perfect self-care regimen. And if you would like to interact with entheogens but maybe aren't ready to intake them internally, these are ways that you can commune with them topically. So those are the other products. Oh, I did just write a book.
Not gonna lie, that's kind of what I was waiting for. That's why I didn't want you to stop. Go ahead.
Y'all get to see in real time that I do not create things to sell. I create them because they're on my heart. So I just created a book. Say it again.
I said clearly.
Oh my. Okay, so one moment. Let me pull up my book, a visual of it. Let me see if I can get a visual of it real quick while I'm talking to you guys. But this is a book that I just wrote. It was also a dissertation. You can find the PDF version or the physical copy, which I do have those. Here we go. You can find that on my little techie thing. You can find that on my website. This is the book cover. It's The Sacred Journey in Womb Stewardship, Community Healing, and Birth Sovereignty. We are on the 6th round of the birth course that I teach every Sunday, and we're diving into this book. We are getting into the intricate parts of birth and preparing preconception, conception, and pregnancy and postpartum. And this book has everything about it in a clinical way. It has some insights on water birth. I find that a lot of people are general with how they want to do water birth. So there's some information in there about temperature control, about timing, those type of beautiful things. There's information in there on the sacred rituals that we used to practice. And so I will be having in-person workshops for belly binding, for proper movement and flow, and all those beautiful things. So I think I'm done now, right? Am I done? Did I do it?
You did a great job. Come on, girl.
Okay, and I'll put my website also in the comments for you guys. I also put Aaliyah's website in there for you all.
Do we have any questions in the comments or anything?
That's a great question. No, I haven't seen any. I've been looking at it. Hey, sis Aya, but Aya said hi, and so did Yogi. Peace, brother Yogi.
Peace. Peace, brother.
Yeah, that's what we have for right now. If you guys do have questions, also feel free to drop them in the comments. I can see them, and I will pay attention.
Do you have any other questions for me? That you feel like I should tell people?
I was surprised you didn't tell them about your workbooks. Honestly.
You're right. You as
okay.
well.
Okay, so we can pull you if you want to text it to me, and yeah. I can put the visual.
Yes, so I can do that right now. So yeah, for Infinity Genealogy, I have two. One is a coloring book, just different aspects of like Black American culture. It's from a cookout to playing spades to family meetings to just being in the garden with grandma, just like different things that many of us have experienced. And so that's all in the book. It's called Soulful. It's called Infinite Joy, Soulful Family Moments. And I'm gonna send this to you, Nia, right now. And then also I have an activities book where I want to make genealogy fun for the entire family. Like, yes, it's important to do your family tree and all of that, but just exposing your children to the word genealogy. Because sometimes when I say it, people have no idea what I'm talking about. But when I say, oh, finding your ancestors or building a family tree, they're like, oh yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. And so just introducing that concept to them, introducing other like terms that will be used frequently when you're building a family tree. There's crossword puzzles, there's word searches, there are just even learning what a cousin is. You know, we always say somebody's our second cousin, but in actuality, that's our first cousin once removed. I always tell people cousins, they call the same elder or ancestor the same thing. So my second cousin is also the person who I call my great grandma is also their great grandma, not somebody else. So like breaking that down, just how to read different census documents. So yeah, it's other coloring pages in that as well. So it's something for the whole family to enjoy. And it really just teaches you how to kind of do your own genealogy and understand how to look at documents while still having some fun activities.
So I'm not sure if you guys could see. No, you couldn't. I didn't add to the stage. Wow. There you go. I'm over here scrolling on it. I didn't add to the stage. This is her website. You can go to Infinity Genealogy. And if you scroll down, there she is, beautiful sis. And then if you go to shop, I think that's where yep. And we have the deep dive genealogy breakthrough session. We have the Infinity Joy Soulful Family Moment coloring book, which I absolutely love. The genealogy activity book. And so you guys can find all of that here. And as you can see, she also has her doula services and different consultations and insights. Her genealogy packages are out of this world. Like, I can't wait to pay her to find out all that I came from, because that's just so important to know that history for yourself, and to have someone that is so deeply connected and passionate about bridging families back together, bringing back cookouts and bringing back functional ways for us to communicate with our family. I think that's so important, because we hear a lot about mother wounds, father wounds, parent wounds, or family disconnect, and we're not seeing each other anymore, and we're not creating things to fix that.
And so, we're that generation now, you know, like we got to step up. Like when the millennials, I call myself a baby millennial, but millennials start to shine. Like we have to start planning, and even if it's not a cookout or a family reunion, like my family a couple years ago, we did a camping trip as a whole family. Like it was 4 generations there. So like do other fun stuff, have a karaoke night and share different music, you know, favorite songs across generations. Like start being creative with it, and bring your favorite dishes. I always talk about how cookbooks and family recipes are a form of genealogy as well, because sometimes when you have a recipe, you can say, oh, this was grandma so-and-so's recipe, and then you pass that down generation to generation. Now that's a food in your family. That's a family tradition. So it's like it's all around us. We just have to change how we look at it, but it's around us everywhere.
And speaking of food, the Womb Council will be blessing you guys with a very elaborate, beautiful cookbook, which will give you guys some insight. So look forward to that, okay? I'm very excited to be working with these ladies because I thought I could cook, and then I tasted Leah's food, and I was like, oh, shit. So it's just beautiful to have other people that could cook because then you don't have to cook, and you can eat their food.
You cook better than me, but yes, ma'am.
I'm done with you. I'm done with you.
You do. I don't have no problem with giving people their flowers. Like that doesn't take.
I just feel like my meals don't taste to me. Maybe it's because I did it, but my meal it don't taste good. Like cooking it and then eating it, it tastes better.
I feel you, but you know, specialties. There's some stuff. My hand be heavy on that salt sometimes. So
I was doing that one time, and the children loved it anyway.
That was one time too many. I was like, oh,
perfectionist.
Even my dad a couple times. I'm like, I'm sorry, this little salty. I got a little heavy handed.
See, and I'm the opposite. I'd be like, oh, you might want to add a little salt to that because you're gonna taste the rosemary and the basil and the dill, and you're gonna taste the teeth and the terpenes but
seasoning salad. I ain't never seasoned no salad, but it's good.
Look, wasn't it? And the butter on the top, vegan butter, you guys. Get vegan butter with no soy in it. But yeah, we're coming out with a cookbook, okay? And everybody got their own flavor. And we're also going to have sections in there for parents and families that want to expand their palate when it comes to medicinal cooking and when it comes to tinctures and things you can create in the home so that you are not spending all this money stuffing something up your nose, unless it's hopping, stuffing something up your nose and it just doesn't work for you. Because there was one thing I was telling my dad about. He was asking me just today, actually, he called me. He's like, hey, I have this nasal spray they gave him for his respiratory. He was like, oh, but I'm going to be honest with you. I stopped using it. And I was like, Daddy, this is the first time I'm going to tell you good job. Don't use that. Okay. But steaming is an option, right? But there's a lot of different things that are out there that don't actually help. They just cover the Band-Aid. And so this cookbook is not just about food. It's also about healing the family through these things. So look forward to that.
Yeah, and the last thing I will close with, I think everything that we're doing, whether it's collectively or in our separate ventures, just remembering that everything, dang, I lost what I was going to say. No, I lost it.
No, pause and take a deep breath. It might come back to you.
I'm distracted. Hold on. No. Yes, I did remember. I remember. Is that there are multiple ways of how to approach something. Like, even with me calling myself the polymath queen, like there's no one route. Like, do whatever makes you feel best. When we talking about female reproductive health, is multiple ways. Don't always feel like you have to go get a surgery or you always have to go take this pill or whatever. Like, there are multiple ways, multiple approaches to healing ourselves. So basically, that's the message I want to say. Don't just feel like this is my only option. The doctor told me I have to. You do not have to do nothing on this earth. You don't have to do nothing. You got free will. You
have to breathe, because maybe you won't be alive if you don't do that.
You have to breathe. You got to drink your water. You got to get some sun. So these are the non-negotiables, okay? But everything else, there are multiple options.
As an insider, because when we have conversations, I'm very anal with her about it. Sister Aya said, or you make your own butter. Yes. And I'm going to challenge Sister Aya, because I know if she said that, she got a recipe. So go ahead and put it to the chat.
What, you use coconut oil?
I know whatever it is, it's immaculate. Because that's Sister Aya, and you be seeing her dishes. I'm long overdue to come over. Okay. Yes, look out for that. Thank you so much for sharing time with us. It is 10:02, so I feel like y'all gotten the hour that y'all were promised. And I love you all, and I look forward to introducing. There's 2 more sisters that we'll be introducing at some point in time, and then we'll get into our taboo topics of sisterhood, wifehood, and motherhood.
Thank you for
Right.
having us again. Thank y'all for being here, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.